If you were contacted by AEW as a consultant or some whatever role, they want your wisdom. What would you tell them, having worked in two companies that had a ton of TV time and I think suffered from that? What would you tell them to keep in mind if they're going to pursue expansion?
Biggest problem AEW has is they don't run house shows and their talent doesn't get enough ring time. That's their biggest problem. Like that Jade Cardell, that who she's like undefeated, and she's I think the TBS champion. She's got an amazing look, but if it was my company and she was my prospect, I would have her twice a week as part of her deal somewhere at a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu place learning how to be a fucking legitimate Jiu-Jitsu fucking artist, to whereas because then that way there she's just a machine. She becomes Brock. She's not improving. Her offense isn't improving. Her punches aren't improving because she doesn't get enough ring time. So what you have to do is you have to expand her horizons and make her even more formidable by giving her a actual fucking mixed martial arts skill. And
Does the house show model not work anymore? Like, would you avoid it, or can they start doing house
no,
shows? Or is it just too much?
I think you have to.
Even if for no other reason, from a training standpoint, and an
Absolutely.
experience standpoint.
Absolutely. I mean, either that or you've got to build a fucking facility with 6 or 7 rings, and you've got to rotate people in there, and
So what am I looking at here, Steve? Are these house shows? Zoom in there. What am I looking? These are dates. Let's see here. Okay, so these are not tapings. I'm looking at
House Rules tours.
Okay.
What are the dates, though?
June 2nd, June 3rd. How often do they run? So 2 days that week. We got 27th, 28th. Okay, so 3 shots a week am I looking at, right? TV, and then 2 houses. Is that the formula?
Which is fine, except you don't have. I'd like to see the actual. They have their whole roster on the card. So Orange Cassidy will be in Huntsville. It looks like Darby will be in Tupelo, and is that Adam in the front with Daniels and that?
It's so small on my screen, I can't see.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is okay. So
Yeah.
each one of these people are going to go to one show. So they're going to get they'll get a house show in, hopefully with the person that they're going to work TV against, so they can get a run through. But it is what it is. And that also increases the chance of fucking, because their style is so, I'll just use the term reckless. I mean, how many times can Sammy Gazzaro fucking do a 55 gainer and hit a guy perfectly going through a table or a ladder or before he fucking misses? And
Right.
like so their style is fucking is
They're not very regular. I'm looking at the schedule here, and it's a lot of TVs, but the very infrequent house shows. But so to your point, so get them in the ring as much as possible.
just get them, even if it was like the NFL is realized, man, that they can't fucking, the old days they play Sunday, they get up Monday morning and everybody jog around and break a sweat to see fucking, who was hurt and who wasn't hurt, because a lot of times, until you fucking the next day, and then you start the treatment, and then by fucking, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you were in pads. And that shit don't go anymore.
Mm.
The motherfucking receivers don't even wear pads while they play in the games anymore.
Barely, right? Yeah. But anything about TV, you get your point. Training, be in the ring as often as possible, but about writing additional television, is there anything they should avoid? Are there any hard learned lessons from you? Like, how do you know that you've got enough storylines to sustain 4 hours as opposed to 2? Or are you just going to add to the roster? Do you have to go out and start building it up?
I think that what you have to do is you have to really make a longer term plan. Those cinematic matches that they were, that they started doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were, those could be used. I think that those are kind of cool.
So you'd vary the look
Yeah.
of the product.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that looked different between Thunder and Nitro, I mean, the promos were still same style, shot the same way, the in-ring action.
The background was shitty. The lighting always seemed a little bit off. Of course,
on Thunder as opposed to Nitro.
The energy was down because it was a taped show and the guys weren't working. It's completely different when you work without a net. When you're live and you're working without a net, or if you fuck up and they can, and that if you fuck up, they can go in there and edit the fuck up.
So there's a tangible difference in the energy of the performers.
Absolutely. Live,
for a live show?
Fuck yeah.
Interesting.
See how many people fucking know their lines on a movie set if it's Clint Eastwood and he says we're doing one take. See how many guys can show up on set fucking going to Babylon. Ba 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 ba. No, I don't think so, motherfucker.
They get tight real quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Listen, it's always great when there's more options, when there are more products. It's obviously well run. You can't have only one soft drink, so expansion's exciting.
What is making this fucking noise on my thing here? Is it that? Yeah, I think it's that.